escorted by Paul and Kim Balise. Colin Batelli, escorted by Greg and Doreen Batelli. Marquand Brewster, escorted by LaFay Tucker. Andrew Bricker, escorted by Kelly and Jake Bricker. Calvin Caforio, escorted by John and Kara Caforio. Brendan Carrillo, escorted by Aaron and Peter Carrillo. Colin, escorted by Jane and John Cushing. Nick Delanis, escorted by Joreen Delanis. Chris Danko, escorted by Chris and Beth Danko. Josiah Deshabathini, escorted by Sri and Lakshmi Deshabathini. Adam Fennell, escorted by John and Anne-Marie Fennell. Charles Freed, escorted by Josh and Jennifer Freed. Charlie Georges, escorted by Charles and Trish Georges. Damian Glotz, escorted by Yvonne and Irek Glotz. David Harvin, escorted by Nate and Nikki Harvin. Gavin Honkin, escorted by Mindy and Scott Honkin. Max Jarris, escorted by Kathy and Phil Jarris. George Kikos, escorted by Dean and Jamie Kikos. Gavin Nill, escorted by Todd Nill and Kelly Roach. Jack Crossfelt, escorted by Jana and Jason Crossfelt. Charlie Larson, escorted by Barb and Mike Larson. Jack Lawton, escorted by Lisa Lawton. Alex Lopez, escorted by Aicia and Juan Lopez. Luke Maylander, escorted by Nate and Carrie Maylander. Joey Mausieri, escorted by Tina and Dave Mausieri. Jake Melian, escorted by Sarah and Frank Melian. Joe Myers, escorted by Mike and Kathleen Myers. Adam Nix, escorted by Kevin and Allison Nix. Cole Ostendorf, escorted by Brooke Graham and Dave Ostendorf. Troy Pawlowski, escorted by Scott and Renee Pawlowski. Ravi Pradhan, escorted by Julie and Raj Pradhan. Anthony Prosser, escorted by Larry Prosser, Natalie Forte, and Margaret Hill. Joey Rincuso, escorted by Wendy and Joe Rincuso. Nico Ruggieri, escorted by Nick and Lisa Ruggieri. Peter Russo, escorted by Anna and Frank Russo. Max Sennett, escorted by David Sennett. Luke Shorter, escorted by Denise Shorter. Alex Spirakis, escorted by Ann and Jim Spirakis. Nico Stathopoulos, escorted by Dimi and Dimitri Stathopoulos. Jonathan Zala, escorted by Norbert and Melissa Zala. Sam Tinku, escorted by Marcia and Bob Tinku. Jack Troutman, escorted by Thomas and Courtney Troutman. Luca Ternanich, escorted by Radi and Lily Ternanich. Danny Wagner, escorted by Mary and Chris Wagner. Seamus Wicklow, escorted by Deirdre and Andrew Wicklow. Sean Winton, escorted by Megan and Matt Winton. And let's hear it for our York football seniors. And now to recognize the members of our flag team and marching band. Hafsa Ahmed, escorted by Kate Stalker. Maddie Amberg, escorted by Mindy and John Amberg. Joseph Byrne, escorted by Kelly Byrne. Alyssa Caruso, escorted by Michelle and Frank Caruso. Alexa Zarnecki, escorted by Dana Zarnecki. Nathan Darkea, escorted by Christina and Milton Darkea. Caroline Fisher, escorted by Kay Boychuk and Matthew Fisher. Evelyn Falara, escorted by Randy and Elise Falara. Kaden Gilly, escorted by Ken and Kathy Gilly. Haley Glitto, escorted by Dawn and Chris Glitto. Haley Hinesley, escorted by Doug and Anita Hinesley. Katie Johnson, escorted by Carrie and Paul Johnson. Ara Krosovich, escorted by Ann Harris and Aaron Krosovich. Kate Krupa, escorted by Colleen and Tan Krupa. Nick Lopez, escorted by Angel and Janice Lopez. Andrea Luna, escorted by Damaris Ramos. Kevin Magner, escorted by Allison and Reed Magner. Ben Metha, escorted by Brian Metha and Kristen Deutmeyer. Hector Montes de Oca, excuse me, Hector. Escorted by Hector Montes de Oca Sr. and Lucia Montes de Oca. Amelia Morrow, escorted by Jeff and Julia Morrow. Mac Olson, escorted by Ann and Kyle Olson. Isabella Pingle, escorted by Lisa Pingle. Andrew Prather, escorted by Julie and James Prather. Grace Prine, escorted by James and Christy Prine. Max Rallo, escorted by Krista and Guy Rallo. Mark Sheehan, escorted by Jim and Nicole Sheehan. Orion Stufflebeam, escorted by Natalie and Mike Stufflebeam. Ian Zatella, escorted by Kate and Adam Zatella. Sophie Vidic, escorted by Bob and Maria Vidic. Mick Hutchinson, escorted by Mick Walker, excuse me, escorted by Lorraine Hutchinson and Vince Walker. Sorry. Luke Wallace, escorted by Amy and Chris Wallace. Seamus Wicklow, escorted by Deirdre and Andrew Wicklow. Owen Wyduck, escorted by Catherine and David Wyduck. Courtney Yang, escorted by Jermaine and Patrick Yang. And let's hear it for our senior members of the marching band and flag team. And now to recognize our senior cheerleaders. Mary Connor, escorted by Jim and Amy Connor. Meadow Golias, escorted by Robert and Carrie Golias. Julia Hessling, escorted by Tony and Sonia Hessling. Connor, escorted by Chris and Kimberly LaBounty. Grace Locasio, escorted by Frank and Stacy Locasio. McLeod, or you want the McLeod? Alicia McLeod, escorted by Brad and Heather McLeod. Chloe Piat, escorted by Jason and Deborah Piat. Let's hear it for our senior cheerleaders. And now to recognize our senior Palms team. Daniela Cerdas, escorted by Maria and Henry Cerdas. Sophia Chan, escorted by Michelle and Daniel Chan. Maddie Devine, escorted by Denise and Jim Devine. Kate Doherty, escorted by Carolyn and Jack Doherty. Lexi Garelli, escorted by Michelle and Brett Garelli. Sasha Kadowski, escorted by Angelica and Christopher Kadowski. Ava Louisi, escorted by Megan and Michael Louisi. Addie Morrow, escorted by Kristen and Charlie Morrow. Claire Proud, escorted by Jill and Matt Proud. Emma Rutherford, escorted by Jennifer Rutherford. And C.C. Wright, escorted by Sheila and Bill Wright. Let's give a big round of applause for all of our seniors and their parents. host the Huskies of Oak Park or River Forest. It's senior night. Congratulations to all of our seniors tonight. Tonight's contest is a station IHSA event. Spectators are reminded about a good sportsmanship throughout the game. Be positive and cheer and support both teams. Keep in mind there is a shortage of officials across the country. We are grateful for having tonight's officials to play this game. Thank you. Let's meet our officials. Our referee is Jim Glickert. Our umpire is Ken Kessler. Our lineman is George Casper. Our line judge is John Carlito. And our back judge is Kevin Yandel. The York Athletic Department Administration would like to extend a warm welcome to the students, parents, and staff at Oak Park River Forest. Welcome. The Huskies have a 1-2 record and are coached by York alum, class of '94, John Horster. Welcome back to York, Coach. The Dukes have a 3-0 record and are coached by Mike Fitzgerald.
Good evening, Duke fans. On behalf of York High School and our marching band, we'd like to welcome you to tonight's game. The York Marching Band is directed by Michael Pavlik and William Ernst. Our color guard is directed by Rachel Riley, and color guard captains Ara Krasovich, Nikita Thacker, and Sophia Heidick. And our drum line and front ensemble are directed by Mason Lampa, Bill Riddle, John Lampa, and drum captain Kate Krupa.
At this time, we'd like to welcome our visitors from Oak Park River Forest with the playing of their fight song. On your feet, Duke fans, for your York High School fight song. And now please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem conducted by Michael Pavlik.
Welcome to Clarence East Field, home of your York Dukes. And here they come. They're mean, they're green, they're your York Dukes.
Welcome everybody to another York Sports Network stream. Today we got ourselves senior night here in Elmhurst between the York Dukes and the OPRF Huskies. Right, Christian, what can you tell us today about both these teams and what we should expect out there on the football field today?
Well, York obviously coming in at 3-0. Today, they're taking on the OPRF Huskies, who are coached by Coach John Luca. This is his 12th year here at OPRF. Previously, he was at Mount Carmel, so definitely coming from a huge program. And this OPRF Huskies team has had their starting quarterback out since week 1. He went out with an ankle sprain and is looking to make his return tonight.
29, Damien.
All right, thank you very much, Christian. We're going to get right now down to the action as Damian Glass is about to kick this one away. OPRF does receive the ball first here in the first half. Glides to boot this ball away. And we're off. That's going to be a bit of a shorter kick caught around the 20-yard line by OPRF. This ball being returned up to the 30-yard line, tackled by a swarm of Dukes. That return by number 15, Matt Winalecki.
Return made by number 15.
And now the Dukes defense will come out here to face this OPRF offense led by sophomore quarterback Johnny Nelson.
It's 1st and 10.
Johnny Nelson making his first appearance since week 1, although the backup quarterback for the Huskies has been pretty good. Owen Watson had 3 touchdown passes against Proviso West last week.
Johnny Nelson to take the first snap, wide receiver in motion. This is going to be a handoff, however, stuffed by Jack Troutman and Charles Freed at the offensive line. Running back right there was number 1, Bobby Higginston.
Great job by the Dukes D-line there to collapse immediately on the running back. Easy stop. That'll bring up a 2nd and 8.
Excuse me, Sam Gray on the run for the Huskies.
That's really going to be the first action we see from Johnny Davis as he went out early in the first game of the season. So OPR is going to really have to see what he can do out there, try and lead this team to a big victory over the Dukes. So you see a jet sweep faked. Johnny Nelson takes this one up to right around the 39-yard line. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 2 to go, or 3rd down and 2. Nice and short opportunity here for the Huskies to pick this one up.
It's
little fun fact about Johnny Nelson, his dad actually played pro baseball for the White Sox. Here's a big 3rd down. Dukes need a 3rd down stand here. Get the ball back.
You can really feel the excitement here from the Dukes home crowd here tonight. On this 3rd down as Nelson takes a snap, this is going to be a fake triple option. He's going to be stuffed right there by Cole Ostendorf and number 32, Andrew Bricker.
Andrew Bricker, great job collapsing on the quarterback immediately. Read the read option perfectly. And that's going to bring him a 4th and short.
4th and 1 for the Huskies.
The Huskies look
It's
to be going for it on 4th down. This could be a big stop here from the Dukes, getting the offense out there in great field position. As they get the defensive line to jump, that will be an encroachment. Number 32, Andrew Bricker, and 78, Joe Reith, both jumped on that. So that's going to move the chains. Going to be a first down from the 45 now for the Huskies.
Great job by OPRF to draw the offsides there. They'll get a fresh set of downs, giving them new life in this possession.
Nelson now on first down and 10. Fake handoff, gets this one quick out to his receiver. Brought down, though, by number 33, Joey Massieri. Hit him first, was able to hold on to him. Right there on the reception was Jeremiah Jenkins. He was just not able to get away from Massieri's grip on his shirt right there.
What OPRF tried to do there, they tried to throw a screen pass out to the right, but the Dukes knew exactly where the ball was going to and collapsed on it instantly. Great job by Joey Massieri there.
Get yourself a Duke meal. That's right, $5. Hot dog, your choice of chips, and a water.
Nelson now on a long second down and 14. Once again in motion is Jenkins. This time it's going to be a handoff to the running back, brought down by Ossendorf and Delanus. For a barely getting back to the line for a gain of nothing was Hagenston again. Hagenston has not been given much breathing room here by the Dukes defensive line.
Yeah, Evan Gaughan is actually out, the starting linebacker for the Dukes. Nick Delanus already making a big impact on this first series. I believe that is his second tackle this series. Great job for him.
Let's get loud.
And another third down with another chance to get off the field. Dukes defense ready to go as Nelson prepares to take the snap. Hagenston in motion. Nelson looking to get rid of it. He's going to step up in the pocket. Hit hard right there. That ball intercepted. Intercepted by number 34, Jimmy Connors at the 40-yard line. Big play there from the junior linebacker, and the Dukes will get the ball.
Great job by Cole Ostendorf to hit the quarterback and force that interception. That is actually the Dukes' first interception this year. Amazing job. And Dukes are looking to capitalize off this decent field position.
And with that huge momentum swing after the first drive, Sean Winton, the offense, will now come out and try to capitalize on this momentum swing. Winton for the first snap of the game. It's going to be a handoff to Melian. Melian waiting for his blockers. He's going to bounce it out to the right side for a gain of 3 as he's pushed out of bounds.
Number 30, Jake Melian.
That was a great run by Jake Melian, but don't forget, Ivan Trominage right there held his block there, gave Melian the opportunity to get up the sideline, gave him a few extra yards.
Progress for the Huskies. That was Bobby Hagenston. 2nd and 7 for the Dukes.
After the short game from Melian on first down, Winton to take the snap, putting Danko in motion. This is going to be a quick screen out to Kikos. Kikos is going to get up past the 50 for the first down.
What the Dukes did there is they threw a little screen pass out to the right side. Great block. And great job by Kikos to set up that block and get an easy first down to move the chains for the Dukes.
Tackle was made by number 11, Jeremiah Jenkins. Pass was thrown by number 4, Sean Winton.
Winton after the new set of downs. Here's a snap. Handoff to Melian. Melian looking to go up the middle. He's fighting about 5 OPRF defenders right there. Tackle down 30, after about a gain of 1. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 9 here for the Dukes.
Number 20, Zach Robinson, and several of his Husky teammates pulling together.
Second down and 9. Winton takes this one, getting pressured quickly, barely gets it out to Melian, but that's going to be a loss of about 8 yards. Winton just had to get that one quickly out as he was pressured right away by number 59, Jaden Cousin, and as Emmett Kennedy is able to bring down Melian for a big loss.
Great job there by the OPRF defense. Jaden Cousin looked very well as he read that screen pass instantly, rushed Winton, barely gave him any time to throw. Winton had a hard time getting rid of the ball, and that's going to lead to a big 3rd and long for this Duke squad.
Clock ticking towards the 6:30 mark here in the first quarter. Winton trying to get some yards back after the huge loss. 3rd down and 16 to go. Winton's got plenty of time to pass. He's going to roll out, now being pressured as the pocket collapses. Winton's going to go down for a sack as he's sacked by number 99, Jeremiah Williams, bringing up a 4th down and 17. So now the Duke's punting team will have to come out here and kick this ball right back to the Huskies.
Speaking of downs, if you haven't been down to the Spirit Wear Shed, they have all new camouflage York Duke shirts. Be ready for the camouflage team lead.
Brennan Kennedy, the punter out there for the Dukes. I've actually been playing basketball with Brennan Kennedy for the past few years, and he has done a great job at the punting position for this Duke squad.
Winkalake out there for the Huskies to return this kick from Kennedy. Kennedy barely going to be able to get this one away, but it's a booming punt. Fair catch called, barely caught there. Right around the 22-yard line is where Johnny Nelson and the Huskies are going to have to come out for this next drive. Christian, what do you think the Huskies have to do differently compared to what they did on their first drive to be able to move this football better?
Well, if I'm the Huskies, I just feel like you got to test this Duke's defense. One way to test the defense, you got to establish the run. Establishing the run is going to open up everything else. So if I'm the Huskies, I want to see if I can get some run game going. And then if I get that going, it will open up the pass game.
Kennedy was able to boot that ball far enough back to put the Huskies in a little bit of a tough position here. Out at the 22-yard line. They'll have to travel quite a ways to get into the end zone. Nelson calls this one. He's going to go for a QB draw himself, but not before he's brought down by Andrew Bricker and Jack Troutman.
Number 32, Andrew Bricker, and number 33,
Great job by
Joey
Bricker. That's his second tackle for loss of the night. Just what the Dukes were looking for after that.
Prime number to go for the Huskies.
After that slumpy offense, series of offense for the Dukes. Hopefully they can grab some momentum and get right back into this game.
Nelson after the loss on 1st down. Dropping back to pass. Going to get this one out quickly off the foot of his receiver. Intended target was Mike Vaylor, but ball was thrown too low in the double coverage, so nothing happening there, bringing up a 3rd down and long.
One guy to look out for on this Dukes defense is Cole Ostendorf. He had a huge week last week, 11 tackles, 4 of those were for loss. So if you're looking out for one player on this Duke squad, Ostendorf is there.
Let's get loud.
Nelson in the shotgun on 3rd down. He's going to have to scramble out to his left, pressured again by the Dukes defense. He's going to get out of the pocket, throw this one deep. Going up for it is his receiver, number 80. Intended target was number 81. Mike O'Reilly was the intended target on that play, but great defense right there by Charlie Georges, not letting Riley get any separation on that play.
Charlie Georges looked very good on that play as he played great defense, but not bad enough to where the point where it would have been a flag. So just great job by the Dukes to get a nice 3 and out. They'll get the ball back.
Punting unit now out for the Huskies. They're going to have to kick this one to the receiving Danko, who's been a great punt returner all season long. He's set up at the 50-yard line. Low snap. He catches it off the bounce. He's still going to get this one away. Beautiful punt right there. It's going to bounce right around the 50-yard line, and that's where the Dukes will have to set up shop here on this next drive.
Punt was made by number 25, Eric Lier. It's 1st down for the Dukes on the 49-yard line. No standing in the aisles or the front railing. Please keep all aisles and the front railing clear.
Winton gets the snap here, fakes it to Melian, rolling out to his right. He's going to throw this one out on the run to Danko. Danko makes a great leaping grab over at the 32-yard line. Great throw there from Winton, keeping that poise we've seen all season long with the defense right in his face, making a great throw over the defensive back, finding Danko for a huge first down.
Outstanding job by Winton, surveying the defense, not just staring down one man, but checking out all of his receivers. He had Danko wide open, perfect throw, and that'll move the chains for the Dukes.
I'd like to extend a welcome to our visitors from Oak Park River Forest. You have your own concession stand for your convenience.
Winton after the huge first down gain. We're going to hand this one off to Melian, who's pushing up the right sideline. He's going to break away from one, but can't break away completely as he's knocked out of bounds right at the 27-yard line for a gain of about 5.
Number 20, Zach Robinson.
Yeah, great run by Jake Melian, even though it didn't result in many yards. Got those positive yards, and Melian actually had he's had 3 straight games with touchdowns, and he's coming off a 170-yard week. So we're looking for another big game out of Melian.
Winton looking to get the OPRF defensive line to jump. Can't get him to. Now going to give his adjustments at the line. Winton takes the snap, looking to throw. Throws this one out to Danko. Danko with another catch right around the first down marker. Looked to be dragged out right around the 23-yard line, and that's going to move the chains.
Great job by Danko to create just enough space to separate from his defender. Beautiful throw from Winton. Just what the Dukes were looking for.
Winton has really looked to feed Danko early. He's already got 30 yards in the game. Only the first quarter with 2:45 left, so he definitely could be a big game in store for Chris Danko. That's going to be a handoff. Melian's going to break through the middle, and he's going to get into the end zone untouched. Jake Melian with the 23-yard run, and that's going to put the Dukes on the scoreboard, first leading 6-0 here in the first quarter.
Wow, great job by the offensive line, specifically that left side to open up a wide open gap perfectly for Jake Melian to run in through. And that is his 4th consecutive game with a rushing touchdown.
Great offensive possession there for the Dukes, coming off the 3 and out, the 2 out, coming off the punt, but Glad's out to take another extra point. This one is up and through the upright, still perfect on the year is Damian Glotz. That makes the score 7-0 with 2:38 left in the first quarter. And after that touchdown, we're going to take a short break before the kickoff. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Dukes Varsity Football on York Sports Network. Now back after the huge touchdown rush from Jake Melian. Damian Glad still perfect on the year on extra points and field goals. He's going to look to kick this one back to OPRF. They're definitely going to want to look to score here to keep this lead from getting out of reach here in the first half. Glad sends this one deep. Untouched by the OPRF Huskies. That one's going to go into the back of the end zone. That's going to be a touchback. So Johnny Nelson in the offense for the OPRF Huskies are going to get decent field position here as they're going to have to start out on the 20-yard line.
A few interesting facts about this OPRF team. They actually have two people that are in the NFL right now, and that is Dallas Flowers, he plays for the Indianapolis Colts, and also Jared Scott, who plays for the Carolina Panthers.
If you've been hearing cowbell, it's not that you have a fever. You can get a cowbell by going to the table that sells the programs at the north end of the field for a $5 support. You can get your very own Your Duke cowbell. Programs are $7 and your bracelets are 3 for $5.
Johnny Nelson setting up shop here at the 20-yard line for the OPRF Huskies' third possession. This one going to be a fake handoff, looking to run the option. They're going to get it out to the receiver, but taken down in the backfield by none other than Joe Reef and Andrew Bricker.
Number 78,
Joe Reef, a hot name in the Illinois recruiting process right now. He has quite a few offers right now. Some of the big ones: Louisville, Notre Dame, Northwestern, and many more to come. Great tackle by Joe Reef.
After the huge loss on second down, the Huskies just looking to get any kind of yardage here to make this a much more manageable third.
That play was number 11.
The Dukes have done a great job stopping the run so far in the first quarter. Nothing coming from the running back Bobby Haggison or wide receiver Jeremiah Jenkins. As Jenkins goes in motion again. This is going to be a fake wide receiver screen going deep for his receiver and picked off by Donato Belize. Belize makes a great move there. He's up at the 45. He's looking to return this one all the way. He's up to the 40. Still going up. He's going to be tackled right at the 43-yard line. There is a flag on the field, but Donato Belize gets the huge interception to get the Dukes the ball back, and now with a chance to extend this lead even larger. What a play there by the Dukes defense.
Exactly what you're looking for. If you're a Dukes fan, we want to get some more points. Donato Belize, it's senior night. Why not get an interception? And the Dukes have outstanding field position now.
Flag goes against the Dukes, but it was after the interception, so it's a first down.
That flag was on the Dukes, but however, it was after the interception, so the Dukes will still get the ball. This will just push their initial starting point back for the offense. So Sean Winton and the Dukes now going to be pushed back inside their own 50-yard line, but it will be at the 47, and still first down and 10.
One interesting thing I've noticed is that the Dukes have yet to target Luke Maylander. Very hot name so far in this Duke season. Just been going to Chris Danko, and I wonder if that is just to open up the passing game for Maylander.
And we've seen that happen quite a bit this year, Christian. They've looked to get it to Danko early, which has opened the deep pass later on for Maylander. Winton's going to hand this one off to Melian after the huge touchdown run. He's somehow going to stay on his feet right there. Stiff arms another guy, pushed out of bounds at the 46-yard line of the OPRF side. Going to be a gain of 6 right there. I have no idea how Melian was able to stay up after that tackle attempt.
Gain of 6 on the play, second down.
Great job by Melian. Gets up the left sideline. As you can see, he actually put someone on the deck. Great stiff arm, and that's going to get the Dukes some positive yardage after what looked like it could have been a loss of yards on that play.
Winton on second down, looking to get this one out to Maylander. Tipped to the line, still caught by Maylander. However, going to be a loss of about 4 yards on the play. Winton was pressured early by number 4, Emmett Kennedy.
Number 1, Sam Gray. Third down for the Dukes.
Great job by the OPRF defense to once again read that receiver screen. Ball was tipped. Maylander somehow got his hands on it. We'll see what the Dukes can do here now on 3rd and 7.
Winton looking to get OPRF to jump once again. Not going to get anything, though. One interesting fact about this OPRF team is that they have Sam Gray both playing linebacker and running back for him, so he's playing both sides of the ball here tonight. Winton looking to pass it deep. He's going to hit Maylander an out route. Looks like he got his feet in, and he did. That's going to be a first down for the Dukes. Caught right at the 39-yard line. That's a huge third down pickup for the Dukes.
Once again, great job by Sean Winton to stay calm in the pocket. He didn't panic. There was a little bit of a blitz coming. Didn't panic. Got it out to his left side. Had his best receiver. Easy first down for the Dukes.
Republic Bank of Chicago. Kelly Sutler, Willowbrook Orthodontics, Auto Gallery of Chicago, Coefficient.
Winton, after the great third down pickup, he's going to fake the handoff to Melian, roll out to his right. Looking to get it out to Kikos. Kikos makes the grab. They're going to say he was out of bounds, though, so that's going to bring up a second down and 10. Not able to keep those two that foot in bounds right there.
It was in the hands of number 2, George Kikos. Second down for the Dukes.
Big 2nd and 10 for the Dukes as they would like to put some more points on the board.
Winton puts Danko in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Melian. Melian busting through the middle once again. That's going to be a gain of 5 and makes it a much more easier third down to pick up here, as there's just 14 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Great job by Melian to make this a nice and third and manageable for the Dukes. They'd love to get a first down here.
And that ends our
That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Duke's going to be coming back with a third down and 7. Duke's lead after the first 7-0 over the OPRF Huskies. And with this going in between quarters, we're going to take a short break here. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Dukes Varsity Football on York Sports Network. Winton to start the second quarter, finds his wide receiver, Chris Danko, once again. He's going to be able to pick up the first down, and he's going to be dragged down at the 25-yard line. Duke's getting right near that red zone area, as there's another great play there from Chris Danko.
Danko has stepped up many times tonight on third downs. That's just another example.
Danko's got 4 catches so far today for a total of 32 yards. Definitely been Winton's favorite receiver so far. Winton on first down. Looking to pass this one deep. He throws it to Danko in the end zone. Danko goes up for it, but batted away by the OPRF's defender. That being number 3, Khalil Nicholas.
And it was defended by his doppelganger.
Nicholas made a great play on that ball, barely tipping it away out of Danko's hands.
If you're the Dukes here, you really want to score the ball and capitalize off that pass turnover. It's going to be a big 2nd and 10, and the Dukes would really like to convert here.
Guaranteed rate here in Elmhurst. 1 ticket for $5, 2 for $8, 3 for $10. All proceeds go to benefit all York athletics.
Winton on second down. Looks to get this one out quickly. He's going to have to take off and run with it by himself. Makes a great move at the 25. Gets up to the 20 for a gain of 5, making this a much more manageable third down. Great job by Winton to realize there wasn't anything there and just use his legs to get as much as he could.
Great job by Winton realizing that that play was dead, so he took matters into his own hands and got a few yards.
Winton looking to pick up this key third down to keep the chains moving here as they are on the 21-yard line. Winton giving his adjustments at the line of scrimmage. And he takes the snap, Looking to get to Maylander. He throws it up to him. Maylander's open. Great catch by Luke Maylander in the back of the end zone, able to keep his foot in bounds. That's going to extend this lead. 13-0. The York Dukes on top of the OPRF Huskies. And Luke Maylander, first reception of the day on his first target for a touchdown, 21 yards.
Another great job by Sean Winton, surveying the defense, checking out all three of his receivers. Found the Illinois State commit, Luke Maylander, wide open in the end zone. Great toe tap catch, and that's going to make this lead extend to 13. Here comes Damian Glads for the extra point.
Glads to kick the extra point. This one up and good per usual.
Good.
Lead now up to 14-0. The Dukes lead with 10:29 left to go in this first half. We're going to take a short break here. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Dukes Varsity Football on York Sports Network. Back to return this kick is number 3, Khalil Nicholas. And number 0, Bobby Hagiston. As Glads gets ready to kick this one away. That's going to be a deep one over the head of Nicholas into the end zone for a touchback. Huskies once again are starting at the 20-yard line. Christian, do you think in Johnny Nelson's head right now he's just trying to think to not turn this ball over, or do you think he's just trying to put that one in the pass and just continue playing how he's been playing?
Johnny Nelson hasn't done the worst job. The Dukes defense is elite. Also, the Dukes have just had an outstanding pass rush this whole game. So if I'm OPRF, I really want that that offensive line to be on max protection and give my quarterback a chance to make plays.
And we've seen it's been a real struggle for just about any offensive line to stop the York Dukes defensive line, consisting of Jack Troutman, Joe Reef, and Andrew Bricker. See if they can hold this possession as Nelson's going to fake this one. Rolling out right. He's got a guy wide open. Caught right there by OPRF. Number 15, Winalahecki. And he's going to go 80 yards on the first play of this drive, erasing the Dukes' last touchdown, bringing it to 14-6. Wide open there. Charlie George just got burnt. And the Huskies are back in business with a huge momentum swing.
Wow, that was an outstanding route ran by Will Hecky, as he just a little nice and simple stop and go route created enough space to where Nelson could just put that ball right in the breadbasket. Easy touchdown for this OPRF offense.
That right there was the first time this Dukes defense has let up a play of over 50 yards. And that being a big one, as this score will go right back to 7 points if the kicker Eric Guerriere can knock this one down, and he does, brings it back within 7. So the Dukes defense or offense is going to come back out here and look to regain that 14-point lead they just had seconds ago. But while we wait for the kickoff, we're going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Sports Network. OPRF after the huge touchdown catch and score by Matt Winkelhecke. And this one's going to be kicked off to Chris Danko, who catches it in the end zone for a touchback. So now the York Dukes and Sean Winton are looking to come back out here and regain that 14-point lead. They just had one play ago.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Dukes at the 20-yard line.
If I'm the Dukes right now, I want to keep establishing that run so we can continue to air the ball out and give our receivers a chance to make big plays. I just want to see the Dukes keep pounding and pounding the rock up the middle with Melian and Connors.
Concession stand for your convenience, located at the south end of your bleachers.
Winton after the huge touchdown play. Melling going to get the handoff here. He's going to run a guy over. Brought down, though, on the 28-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 8 for Jake Mellion.
Great job by the right side of that offensive line. Open up a perfect hole.
Winton's going to hand this one right back off to Mellion, who fights his way for about a yard short of the first down marker. So a 3rd down and 1 now proceeds itself to the Dukes.
3rd down for the Dukes.
Big 3rd down for the Dukes as they'd really like to convert.
1, 2, 3. Test. 1, 2, 3.
The Dukes really would like to keep extending their lead because this OPRF offense looked very good on that last drive.
Winton hands it off to Mellion again. This time he's going to pick up the 1st down marker. He's going to get to the 34-yard line. He's going to keep this drive alive, and the Dukes are looking to continue this tough drive right here.
Tackle made by number 56, Eric Harris.
Winton looking to pass this one, gets it out quickly to Danko. Danko brought out at the 41-yard line, gain of 7 on the play.
11, Jeremiah Jenkins.
That is Chris Danko's 4th reception of this game. Nice little out route to the right side.
On the play, 2nd down.
Winton's going to take a snap, hand it off to Mellion right up the middle. Makes a great spin move. He's still going up the right sideline and go out of bounds.
Number 30, Jake Mellion runs for a 1st down. Dude.
Awesome job by the right side O-line again. That was Austin Bagastarian to make a great block. Opened up a huge hole, and Mellion took advantage of that. Made a perfect spin move on the defender, and that's going to bring up a new set of downs for this Duke squad.
After the huge run by Jake Mellion, 1st down from the 40-yard line. They're going to hand this one off to Jimmy Connors. Connors barely picking up a yard on that one. They're trying to give Mellion a breather.
On the run for the
offensive line couldn't make 2 great blocks in a row, and that's going to be a 2nd down and 9.
Sam Gray.
8:15 left to go here in this first half. The Dukes lead 14-7 over the Huskies. Winton, the offense, looking to regain the 14-point lead they had right before the Matt Winkelhecke touchdown grab. Winton's going to hand this one right back off to Connors. Connors going to break away from the defensive line. He's still chugging along as he gets up to the 20-yard line. Finally brought down by number 54, Hugh Vanek. But Jimmy Connors made a great play right there.
Great job by Connors to keep those legs moving. He would have been down about 10 yards short if he didn't keep those legs moving. Great job, kept it moving, got an extra about 8 yards out of that play. Great hustle out of your 3rd down back.
Mellion back in after taking a breather. 1st down from the 21. They're going to go right back to him. Mellion's going to get about a gain of 4.
Number 30, Jake Mellion.
As he's dragged down once again by Vanek.
Number 54, Colin Cushing. And number 57, Adam Nix.
And with that carry, Jake Mellion will get over 70 yards on the game. Another dominant first half performance from this Dukes rushing offense.
Austin Bagdasarian.
Winton's out wide at receiver on this play as Massel is going to take the snap. He's going to fake this one to Melly, and he's going to take it himself. Massel getting out to the outside, and Bruno Massel gets into the end zone. They bring in Bruno Massel for the read option, and he shows off the speed right there, running 20 yards to the end zone, getting around the edge. The Dukes take a 27 lead right here. 6:35 left to go in the first half. Great call there from Coach Fitz.
What you saw there was a little bit of offensive trickery as they brought Massel in with Winton. Massel gets a great block from, once again, the right side of the O-line. Easily turned that into points.
Glad's extra point here, once again, good, and we've seen now 2 weeks in a row. We've seen Bruno Massel get out there and go for a rushing touchdown. We saw him last week in the blowout against Downers Grove South. He ran for 2 last week. He's been very explosive, and I'm sure Coach Fitz saw that last week and knew that they had to get it back out there this week, and we saw them do it right there, and it worked to perfection. After that play, we're going to take a quick break here. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Dukes Varsity Football on York Sports Network.
Check, 1, 2, 3, check.
Financial Group.
Claus to kick this ball away after the Bruno Massel rushing touchdown. This one sent deep back to Nicholas. Nichols makes a great move up past the 30-yard line. Broken tackle there, and he's up to the 39, finally dragged down by Adam Fennell. Great return right there from Kalel Nichols. He's been a great player here today for the OPRF Huskies, both on the defensive side and in the return game.
What you saw there was just a great job by Nichols to set up his blockers so that he had a bigger hole to run through. We actually saw that in the Monday Night Football game with the Jets, as that guy set his blockers up perfectly and got in for a touchdown. Same thing you saw there.
And that's exactly what OPRF needs. They had a huge touchdown last possession, but they go right back down 14. And Khalil Nichols has put this offense in a great spot. Now we'll just have to see if Johnny Nelson and the offense can capitalize on this great field position. Nelson sends Nichols in motion. He's going to do a quick jet pass flip, and there goes Nichols. Nichols, no one in front of him besides green grass, and Nichols is going to get into the end zone. The Dukes were not ready for it, and what a great decision there from Nelson to hit him with the touch pass. And Khalil Nichols, back-to-back plays on the kickoff, then the touchdown catch right there, and that brings the Dukes back within. That brings the Huskies back within 8 points here, 7 if this extra point goes through. We've seen 2 big breakdowns from the Dukes here early.
That's OPRF's second one-play drive in a row. Just something to look out.
This extra point taken by Eric Guerriere. This one going to be blocked, though. Great play there from Joey Massieri getting in there to block that one, keeping it at an 8-point game. So now the Huskies will have to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion just to tie this ball game back up.
Great job by the Dukes, not getting down on themselves after that huge play by OPRF, but to stay mentally locked in and make a great play for the special teams. And believe it or not, that 1 point will make a lot bigger of a difference than most people think.
And after that blocked kick, we're going to take a short break here. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Dukes Varsity Football here on York Sports Network.
on.
Kickoff here sent underway after the huge touchdown by Khalil Nichols. This one going to be able to be returned by Chris Danko. Danko up to the 30. Danko's got plenty of space. 30, 40. He's got blockers in front of him, and Danko only one man to beat. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Chris Danko takes in 98 yards for a kick return touchdown. Erasing the touchdown 2 seconds ago. That's the best return that you're ever going to see. Chris Danko extends this lead to 14 points as Damian Glotz is going to come out and put this extra point right through the uprights. What a return there by Chris Danko.
We have called Danko's name so many times tonight. Another time, again, Danko sets up his blockers perfectly, gets up the left sideline, makes it easy, and gets a touchdown for the Dukes. Exactly the momentum you're looking for if you're this Dukes team.
You could have not asked for anything better right there from this Duke special teams. They've been great all season long, and that's just another showing right there from Chris Danko and those blockers out there, giving him the space he needed to use that speed he has. As Damian Glotz looks to put this one through the uprights to put this score at 28-13. This one through the uprights once again. Dame Dalla still has not missed a field goal yet this year.
Holder number 18, Nico Ruggieri, and the long snapper number 97.
As we are going to take a really short break right here between kickoffs. Back-to-back plays with a touchdown. Don't go anywhere for an exciting finish to the senior night. OPRF Huskies versus the York Dukes. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Sports Network. Yeah. Damian Glotz out to kick this one away off the explosive kick return from Chris Danko. Nichols back to return for the Huskies. This one's going to kick short, however. Fielded around the 25. Looking to change fields here is Winkelhecke. Winkelhecke tackled hard right at the 25-yard line.
Winkelhecke on the return.
Tackled there by number 31, Charlie Georges.
Charlie.
If you're a coach on York, one thing you'd love to see is guys on special teams that hustle a lot. And the guy on the Dukes is Adam Fennell. He had a kickoff fumble recovery on a kickoff last week against Nazareth, and he has 2 tackles on special teams tonight again. Just an outstanding hustle player. That's exactly a characteristic you want if you're the coach of this Dukes team.
Johnny Nelson coming back out to lead this offense. Last time it was a one-play touchdown to Khalil Nichols. They're going to send him in motion once again. Nelson looking to pass, looking for his intended target, number 2, Mike Valetcher. But that's going to be a pass interference call on Donato Belize.
There is a flag on the field.
So that's going to improve. That's going to improve this field position right there. Looks a bit out of the reach of Allaire. Nonetheless, though, that will be the pass interference as the call. So it will still be a first down for the Huskies, just improved field position. Five minutes and 49 seconds left to go in the first half. Johnny Nelson on first down after the penalty. Looking to get the defense to jump right there. Little movement, nothing called. Nelson rolling out to his right. He's able to get this pass off this time. Shoved out of bounds is Charlie Georges, but not after Winkelhecky is able to pick up a 15-yard gain.
Great job by the OPR offensive line. They're holding the York's D-line very, very well and giving their quarterback a shot to make plays, which is one thing we talked about earlier, that this OPRF team has done a lot better these past few possessions.
And Johnny Nelson has really looked a lot more comfortable and poised, especially after those first 2 possessions, leading this OPRF offense to 2 straight touchdown drives. He's looking to make it 3 on this one. But this OPRF Huskies offense has looked vastly improved this second quarter. Nelson sending Jenkins in motion. It's going to be a fake. He's going to roll out to his left. Pressured, hit by Massieri. That ball goes to no man's land as Nick Delaney's trying to make a grab on that one. That's going to hit the turf, though. Johnny Nelson just lucky he got that one out right there, bringing up a 2nd down and 10.
Great job by the Dukes, in specific Troutman and Reef, bringing the pass rush and giving this Dukes defense an opportunity to make big plays. Once again, almost another interception for Nelson.
There's been a lot of misdirection plays used by OPRF so far in the first half. That one was sniffed out, though, by the Dukes linebacking core. They've been great all season long. Nelson able to take the snap. He's going to throw this one over the middle and caught by his receiver. Tackle broken, but Jimmy Connors and Cole Ostendorf from behind are able to take him down, but not after. Mikey Valier is able to pick up the first down.
Nelson's starting to heat up, as I think he's completed about at least 80% of his last few throws. Just a great job to sit in the pocket, survey the defense, and make a perfect throw to his wide-open receiver.
After the big first down pickup,
the raffle courtesy of John Nolden, guaranteed rate numbers.
It's going to be a 1st down and 10 here for Nelson. Nelson calls for the ball. Lit up in the backfield by Massieri, sending Johnny Nelson airborne. He seems to be just fine, though, as he's walking. He's all good. That ball hit the turf, though, so 3rd down and 10 now after the big hit.
Massieri with a huge hit there. He was looking to make a big play for this Dukes defense, put Nelson on the deck. We'll see what OPRF can do here to get themselves back into this one, as they're down by 2 scores still.
Nelson going to get this one. Looking to pass. Joe Reef is right there, though. He's going to take him down the backfield. Big Joe Reef able to take him down for a loss of 6.
We've said his name a lot tonight, but Joe Reef, once again, making a huge play for this Dukes defense and making it a much 3rd and longer for this OPRF Huskies team.
Duke fans, let's get loud.
Another big 3rd down here. This is the chance the Dukes need, as OPRF has had 2 straight touchdown drives. Stopping him here would really kill the momentum, as it's 3rd down and 20. Johnny Nelson's going to have to pull some magic out of his back pocket. Nelson gets the time he needs. Pass over the head of his receiver. Could not connect with number 81, Mackay Riley. That's going to bring up 4th down and 20 to go. Only one I can imagine would lead to a punting job here by the Huskies. Another low snap here, but able to get it away. This is the Huskies punter. He's going to get a great bounce, though. That one's going to roll right down to the 5-yard line. Great punt there from number 25, Eric Guerriere, the junior kicker and punter.
If you're an OPRF Huskies fan right now, that is exactly what you want to see out of your punter. Great punt, perfect bounce, and that's going to give the Dukes a little bit harder field position than they were wishing for.
This Dukes offense didn't even have to come out last time after the huge kick return touchdown from Danko. But Winton, the offense, now marching out there. They're going to have to go 95 yards to get a touchdown here. 28-13 our score with 4 minutes and 2 seconds left to go in the first half. So the clock is not exactly a factor, but something they have to keep an eye out for. Winton with the snap. He's going to pass this one. Looking to go deep. He's got Maylander. Maylander makes a great grab. He's at the 50, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Luke Maylander, 95-yard touchdown grab. Sean Winton throws it on the dime, getting plenty of time. And Luke Maylander gets away from his guy again. That's 2 receiving touchdowns here for him tonight. 95 yards, 34-13. The Dukes go out there and another one-play touchdown. These offenses have been going back and forth all night, and another huge play for the Dukes.
What a great job by Luke Maylander to create perfect separation off the defender, be able to create some space and a little more room for Winton to fit that throw in. Great job by the Dukes offense, and here comes Glutz to attempt the extra point.
Glad's PAT away, and that one's going to go right through the uprights. 3:49 left to go in this first half. 35-13 our score with the Dukes leading the OPRF Huskies. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Sports Network.
You can buy your own program at the table at the north end of the field. $7 for this piece of history.
After that 95-yard touchdown grab by Luke Maylander, which set a school record for longest receiving touchdown in York Dukes history, Damian Glas to kick this ball away. You couldn't have asked much more out of this offense from the Dukes so far in this first half as Glas kicks this one back. Received at the 25. Taken down once again by Adam Fennell. Fennell's third tackle of the night on special teams. He's been a huge factor so far today.
Sean Winton, we just got an update from our stats guy, Bird, and we found out that Winton is 9 for 10, 177 yards, and I believe that was his third touchdown of the game. Luke Maylander's at 126 yards. Just a great showing from this Dukes offense in this first half.
And we were talking about this a little earlier, Christian. We said that this Dukes offense really likes to get it to Danko early to open up that deep pass to Maylander, and that's worked just how they wanted it to. They fed Danko early the first 2-3 drives of the game, and we've seen 2 huge catches from Luke Maylander after those first few drives, and both of them leading to big touchdown plays. Johnny Nelson and the Huskies now coming back out for another possession. That one going out to Nichols was the intended target. That's going to be incomplete. And if you are the OPRF Huskies right now, you really need a touchdown because you do not want to go into half down by 22 points. Especially with the York Dukes getting the ball. They got to narrow this lead as much as possible and hope their defense can go out there and stop the Dukes on their first possession and give them a chance at coming back in this ball game.
If I'm OPRF here, you want to get it out to your star, number 3, Nicholson, as he has made a few huge plays for this OPRF offense. If I'm OPRF, you just want to keep feeding him the ball.
Johnny Nelson on a 2nd down and 10. Sends his guy in motion. He's going to hit him on a quick screen pass. Joe Reef coming out
Number
hitting him
78,
from
Joe Reef
behind.
on the tackle of
Right there, reception made by Jeremiah
Number 11,
Jenkins. He's going to be able to pick up
Jenkins.
about 3 yards,
On the
bringing up a
reception,
third
brings
down
up
and
a
7. The
third
clock
and
will
7.
continue to run now at the 3:20 mark.
Third down, Duke fans. Let's get loud.
Johnny Nelson looking to get the defense to jump, and that's exactly what it got him to do. Andrew
Learning
Bricker
moment.
jumping off
Here's on the
sides. That's going to make this
And the Dukes.
a lot easier of a third down to pick up, as now it's 3rd down and 2.
Learning from that experience, and it's still
Bricker now coming off, as that is the second time he has jumped so far. Seamus Wicklow checking in at the nose tackle position.
Loud. I can't hear you.
Big 3rd down play here for the Dukes. Time now under the 3-minute mark. Nelson in the offense looking to pick up this crucial 3rd down. Nelson sends Jenkins into motion. Nelson takes this one himself. He's able to pick up the 1st down, running out to about
Number
the
7,
39-yard
Johnny
line.
Nelson, quarterback keeper.
Great play there from the OPRF
Scampers
Huskies.
for the 1st down.
Nelson
He was
did an
tackled
excellent
by
job
number
on that
25,
read option to
Eddie
read the defense. So basically, a read option, you can either hand it off or keep it with yourself if you're the quarterback. He decided to keep it with himself. Turned out to be a perfect decision, and that will move the chains to this Huskies offense.
Nelson after the 1st down pickup. Looking to pass this time. Pressured by Joe Reef. That ball's going deep. Great play there from Aiden Link to break up that pass. The intended target was Matt Winkelhecky, who's already had a huge touchdown grab today. So Aiden Link making a touchdown-saving tip right there.
Duke's D-line steps up once again. Jack Troutman, great job by hitting Nelson,
down for the Huskies.
forcing him to make an even tougher throw than it already was, which ended up in an incompletion.
Nelson sends Nichols in motion. Nelson's going to keep this one himself, although he will be tackled
7,
down
Johnny Nelson,
right around the
keeper.
39-yard line.
Tackled
Maybe a
by
game of
number
1.
44.
Jack Troutman and Nick Delanis there to make the tackle.
Delanis.
Nick Delanis has done an excellent job backing up for the star linebacker of this Duke squad, Evan Gahn, who is out for the season with a broken collarbone. Delanis has made a few big plays and just has filled that spot just as well as Gahn has.
Go Dukes. The Auto Gallery of Chicago.
There is a timeout on the field called by the York Dukes. So we're going to take a short break here with the timeout. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Dukes Varsity Football on York Sports Network.
It's 3rd down, Duke fans. Let's get loud.
3rd down and 9. Johnny Nelson out of the timeout. Nelson gets sacked by Cole Ostendorf. He ran right through the middle. No one was touching him right there. Cole Ostendorf makes another huge sack. He has been the life and soul of this York Dukes defense, and that's exactly why he is the captain.
Ostendorf makes another huge play for this Dukes defense. It seems like every time the Dukes need a huge play on defense, Ostendorf will come through, and the Dukes are going to spend a timeout.
Take this timeout to recognize even
That
more
Dukes
of our
timeout's going to stop the clock and give them another chance to add extra points onto the board before halftime with 1:59 left. And before this punt, we're going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Dukes Varsity Football on York Sports Network.
Coefficient underwriter, soaring above the traditional market. The Electric family. The York Alumni Association, Resource, Point of Sale. Matt Stinions, Hope for ALS, RV Financial Group. And the Castorio family.
Fourth down now for the Huskies. Eric Guerriere to punt this one away. Back to Chris Danko. That one almost blocked there by the Duke's defense. Danko going to call for a fair catch at the 31-yard line. That one almost blocked by number 25, Eddie Seco.
See if the Dukes can capitalize with this late last chance to score a touchdown before the half. If I'm the Dukes offense right now, I am looking to throw either to Danko, Maylander, or Kikos.
Winton's looked great so far with 9 for 10 on his passing attempts, 179 and 3 touchdowns so far in the first half. As Winton's going to hand this one off, though, to Melian. Melian's going to make a couple men miss. He's going to break another tackle. Melian gets away. He's on the sideline. He's inside the 30, 20. He gets a great block. He cuts it back in. He's going to be brought down at the 5-yard line, but not before Jake Melian makes a 75-yard rush, bringing within the 5-yard line. 1:39 left to go. The Dukes have a great chance here to punch this one in the end zone and extend their lead. Timeout called here with 1:35 left to go in the first half.
Approximately 65 yards.
That one going to be called by the Huskies.
Excellent job by the Dukes offensive line and Melian to set up his blockers, giving himself more of a chance to get in the end zone. Unfortunately, came up short, but still a huge play for this Dukes offense. That is Melian's 4th straight game over 100 yards as well. And we are going to take a quick break. 1:35 left in the clock.
At your convenience.
That's right, here's the Duke deal. $5 gets you a hot dog, chips, and a water. The Duke deal deluxe gets you your choice of cheeseburger or hamburger, chips, and a water.
Back here from timeout now after the huge 75-yard rushing play by Jake Melian. Dukes set up shop here at the 4-yard line, 1st and goal. First time inside the 10-yard line for them today as they go right back to Melian. Melian pushing his way in. It looks to be for a touchdown, waiting for the signal. No, they're going to mark a mere inches short of the goal line. And before that last play, I was going to bring up on how this is what Coach Fitz and the offense really like to practice is those 2-minute drills. But when you have a huge explosive play from Melian like that, you don't really that doesn't really come into play because you're lucky enough to have that huge play, which really only shaved off about 5 seconds of clock, and you're only 4 yards away. So that clock becomes a non-factor after a rushing play like that from Melian. Second down and inches to go for the Dukes. Coming out in a goal line set. Melian's going to get this one, and he's going to finish off what he started with a York Dukes touchdown. 39 seconds left to go as the Dukes lead 41-13. Jake Melian, 75-yard run, and 2 more on the goal line to get into the end zone. That running game was stellar. That possession right there for the Dukes. Hold is good, and the kick is good. Damien Glott sends another one through the uprights. 42-13 after the Jake Mellion rushing touchdown. 39 seconds left to go in the first half. Glides will kick this one back to the Huskies. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Dukes Varsity Football here on York Sports Network. That ball's going to be fair catch at the 38-yard line. So Johnny Nelson and the Huskies looking to make something happen right before halftime with 39 seconds. Johnny Nelson takes a snap. This is going to be a handoff to his running back. Able to make one guy miss, but Andrew Bricker's going to take him down.
48 on
the run right there by number 48, Kobe Tate.
The Dukes beat this OPRF team 31-8 last year. They already have 11 more points than they dropped on this OPRF team last year, showing some great offense in this first half.
The Huskies most likely going to take this into halftime as the clock is now under 10 seconds. It might see one more play. And like I thought, they're going to take this into halftime. Our score, 42-13 here at the half. We're going to send this one down to our sideline reporter, Luca DeSanto.
Extravaganza.
It was a close game in the beginning, but I mean, just York pulling ahead by major numbers now. We saw Maylander and Winton with an incredible record set by them. Longest passing play in York Dukes history. Absolutely incredible. We'll see what happens in the second half, but I mean, the atmosphere right now is just, I mean, it's incredible on the sidelines here. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Luca. And with that, we're going to take a quick break at halftime. Don't go anywhere. Catch the York Dukes Marching Band here on York Sports Network. I've been Tito Silkaitis. Alongside me has been Christian McQuade. But before we go to halftime, we have a quick update from our athletic director, Mr. Wagner. Hey, York students and parents, the Young Hearts for Life event is coming up quick next Thursday, September 21st. The event will be run all day from 7:40 a.m. to 3 p.m., and students can be screened during their PE or health, study hall, or lunch periods. There is still time for York students to register. Again, this is a free ECG screening available to any York student. It could be a life-saving decision. Registration and more information can be found on the York Athletic website. Sign up now. Thank you and be safe, Dukes.
Duke fans, welcome to tonight's halftime performance. This season, we are proud to present music from one of the most iconic theater productions of all time, West Side Story. With music by Leonard Bernstein and lyrics by Stephen Sondheim, West Side Story was revolutionary in American theater due to its sophisticated musical writing, extended dance sequences, and tragic combination of love and social conflict. Our drum majors for this season are Caroline Fisher and Luke Wallace, who will now perform their salute. We hope you enjoy our opener for West Side Story, Maria. The next portion of our West Side Story show features color guard soloist Ara Krosovich and trumpet soloist Mac Olson. We hope you enjoy this wonderful ballad, I Have a Love. We conclude our West Side Story portion of tonight's halftime show with a thrilling rendition of a classic love song. We hope you enjoy our West Side Story finale tonight. Please welcome to the field the outstanding York Palms and Cheer, led by Alyssa Ortiz, Emily Bowman, and Melissa Lancaster. They'll be performing to an arrangement of Starships. On your feet, Duke fans, for your York High School fight song.
All right. So I got some notable stats for you guys. You got Joey Mossieri being a demon on the defensive side of the ball. 2 tackles, a tackle for a loss, 3 quarterback hurries, and a blocked extra point that we saw earlier in the game. We also got Adam Fennell, a demon on special teams. 3 special teams tackles in 1 half. Absolutely diabolical, folks. We got Kolosnorf, as usual, having an amazing game. 4 tackles and a sack already. We got Chris Danko, 4 catches, 50 yards, and, of course, that amazing kickoff return that we saw. We also got Damien Glotz, who's still perfect on the season, field goals and extra points. We've not seen him miss 1 yet. Luke Maylander, 4 catches, 126 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Sean Wynn, we just having, I don't even know how to explain this game. 9 for 10, 177 yards, and 2 touchdowns in the first half. I mean, who is this kid? Jake Mellion, of course, having another crazy game. 14 carries, 151 yards, 2 touchdowns. Averaging, yes, this is real, 10.8 yards per carry on 14 carries. That's insane. Massel, yes, Bruno Massel, the backup quarterback, has 3 rushing touchdowns in his last 2 games, which is insane. Jake Mellion having an insane season, 6 touchdowns in 4 games. 4 games so far and 6 touchdowns. Even better than that, Luke Maylander, 7 receiving touchdowns in his last 4 games. I mean, this team, I don't know how to explain it. This team is so good. And that, I've been Ryan Bird. This has been Bird in the Bank.
Thanks to Bird in the Bank for the halftime stats. We're going to take a short break. You're watching York Sports Network. Go Dukes.
Ticket ready. The winner is 418184. That's right, 418184. Congratulations, Tom Brown. You won the $250 Amazon gift card, all thanks to John Nolan from Guaranteed Rate here in Omaha. All the proceeds have gone to all your athletics. Thank you all, raffle ticket purchasers, for your support of local athletics, and a special thanks to John Nolan, Guaranteed Rate here in Omaha.
Back from halftime, and the kickoff is going underway. Back to the York Dukes. This one's going to be a squib kick. Recovered by the Dukes.
And the
At the 27-yard line, picked up by Adam Fennell. We've heard his name a lot today on the special teams. He's been a big factor of this York Dukes special teams this year.
I talked about Fennell earlier. I actually played tennis with Adam Fennell. He is a fantastic athlete. We have weight trainings before every single practice, and Fennell is always in there giving it his hardest. He is definitely the most athletic kid for a tennis player. He squats quite a bit, benches quite a bit. Man, he's just an all-around athlete and a great player for this Duke specials teams.
And after the very explosive first half from this York Dukes offense, they have a whopping lead of 42-13, and they get the ball back here to start the second half. So if they can go down and score a touchdown here, that would be a tremendous swing of momentum into their favor coming out of halftime. Mellion's going to get the handoff here to start off the second half, and he's going to pick up 4 yards on the carry.
Jake Mellion on the run.
Second down and 6 here after the Jake Mellion rushing attempt.
Dukes keep feeding Jake Mellion. Haven't seen much of Jimmy Connors, but I don't disagree with that. It is senior night. Got to feed the seniors. Jake Mellion has done an excellent job tonight. We'll see if they keep pounding the rock with him.
You can buy a Duke meal.
Winton after the carry from Mellion. He's going to hand this one right back off to him. Mellion's going to break away from one, but brought down by a herd of Huskies. He might have been able to pick up 2 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3 here for the Dukes.
New face in there for the Dukes, the receiver, Josiah, number 11. It is senior night, so you want to make sure you can get in all the seniors at the right time, and Josiah will take a few snaps. We'll see if Winton can get him the ball.
The Dukes bring back out Bruno Massel for this 3rd down and 4. Winton over in the receiver spot. It's going to be another run by Massel, but he is hit hard at the line of scrimmage right there. Met by number 1, Sam Gray, the linebacker and running back. He's going to be stopped short of the line of gain. 4th down and 4 now. So the punting unit will come out as Brennan Kennedy looks to kick this ball right back to the Huskies.
I'm hoping that Bruno Massel is all right. You can hear that helmet-to-helmet contact immediately after taking a huge hit to the head. Seems to be all right on the sideline. And the Dukes will punt the ball away back to the Huskies.
Back to return is Matt Winkelhake. As Kennedy boots this one off to him, he's going to call for a fair catch. And he's going to catch that one right at the 33-yard line. So Johnny Nelson and the OPRF Huskies offense is going to come out here and try and capitalize on the defensive stop that their defense just provided for them a couple seconds ago.
See what the Huskies have for the Dukes defense here. As if I'm a Huskies fan, I want to see Nelson dishing out that rock to all the receivers, in specific probably Nicholson, as he has had 2 of the big plays for this Huskies squad.
Nelson takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, and that pass off the backhand, just a little bit thrown behind.
Incomplete pass.
Intended target right there, Makai Riley, not able to bring that one in.
Number 31, Charlie Georges. And number 22, Jonathan Zala, both seniors. Pass was intended for number 81, Micah Riley. 2nd and 10 for the Huskies.
Johnny Nelson here fakes the handoff. He's going to pitch this one out to Riley. Sorry, Jenkins.
11,
Jenkins
on the
able
run
to get about 1 yard on the play right there.
By number 25.
We have seen the Huskies run quite a few speed option plays off to the right and the left side, where speed option is where the quarterback keeps it, and they have an option to hold on to the ball or dish it off with a little toss to the right side. And right there, dished it off, but Dukes read it perfectly. And that'll bring up a 3rd and long.
If Nelson can't pick this up, they're going to be giving this ball back to the Dukes just as quickly as they got it. Nelson on 3rd and long. Looking to air this one out. He's looking deep for his receiver, just barely out of reach of Winkelhake.
For number 15,
If that pass was on the money, Winkelhake most certainly would have taken that one to the house.
For Oak Park River Forest.
Once again, OPRF will come out in punt formation. Danko back to return it. Danko has already made one humongous play on the returning end with a return touchdown. Took it for about 85 yards. Sounds about right. Excuse me, 95 yards on the kick return touchdown.
And this one is booted to Danko. Danko's going to fair catch this one at the 25-yard line, so the Dukes offense will come out for the second possession of the second half. 8:59 left to go in this third quarter. And this is about the same time last week as saw Winton come out of the game, but they're going to leave him out here for this possession. It also is senior night, and with Winton being a senior, would likely see him play a lot in the second half, regardless of the score. Ball placed at the 25-yard line, 75 to the end zone. Winton's going to roll out right, look for Maylander. Maylander able to catch this ball up to the 40. He's going to fight his way up to the 45-yard line. Great catch there from Luke Maylander, and great job to make something happen after contact. Sean Winton throwing a bit of a scary pass, but he was able to get it past the defender right there with some great arm talent.
Great job by Sean Winton. Surveys the defense perfectly. Makes a tough throw out to the right side, but he did trust in his read to Maylander. A very reliable target for this Dukes offense, which will result in another big play for this Dukes offense. Massel back out there for the Dukes. He's going to take the snap, hand it off. Melian gets a few. He's going to get about 4 on the carry, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 6. 8-minute clock ticking down to about 8 minutes.
Emily Bloomquist.
Massel will come back out.
Tonight's team doctor.
And that will put Melian over 160 yards on the game. Another impressive showing from him. Winton will come back in. Connors back in.
And after that first down play, it's going to be setting up the Dukes with a 2nd down and 6. 7:45 left to go as Winton's going to hand this one off to Jimmy Connors. Jimmy Connors able to get up to the 48-yard line of the Huskies territory, bringing up a 3rd down and 2.
Jimmy Connors, a two-way player for this Dukes squad. He already has an interception tonight. He's made a few big plays on the ground on the offensive side.
It's always helpful when you can get a guy like Jimmy Connors who can play multiple positions on the field, both sides of the ball. You really, especially someone you can trust like Connors, to go out there and perform on both sides of the ball. Winton to hand this one off to Melian. He's looking to get it up the right sideline, able to push one guy off and pick up the first down, but there is a flag thrown in the backfield. It's going to be a holding penalty on the Dukes. That's going to push them back and make this a much harder 3rd down conversion to pick up. We have seen the Dukes pick up these long 3rd downs, though, at a very high rate here today.
Be sure to stay tuned. We have an interview on the sideline with our sideline reporter, Luca DeSanto, coming in with Hunter Ryan.
It's very hype right now. Everyone's been freaking out, but we've had a couple huge plays where they had like a bunch of like big plays, and then they'd be freaking out about that. But right now, we're perfect.
And what's Coach been telling you guys?
Well, he's just telling us to keep it up and that keep doing what we're doing, and we're gonna win this game by a blowout, by 60.
All right, thank you, Hunter.
No problem. Have a good day, Luca.
Thank you so much, Luca DeSanto, for a catch-up with one of the players on the Dukes varsity team, Hunter Ryan.
And back from that, 3rd down and long, Winton in the backfield. He's going to launch this one deep up to Maylander in double coverage. Dangerous pass there, but knocked down between the two defenders, Khalil Nichols and Matt Winkelhake, both two-way players for OPRF, like we were just talking about Jimmy Connors a second ago, but OPRF is able to do that with their corners and receivers as well. And after what looked to almost be an arm punt right there from Winton, Brendan Kennedy will actually be coming out to punt this ball away.
Brendan Kennedy has done a fantastic job on the few punts he's had tonight. We'll see if he can do that again.
Ball punted away from Kennedy, an absolute boot. Winkelhake is going to fair catch this ball at the 25-yard line. And the Huskies offense has really got to put something together this drive if they want any chance here to come back in this game with only 6:15 left in the third quarter. So definitely still time to do so, but this really feels like it's a score or bust here for the Huskies.
No alcohol, no tobacco, no vaping policy, no smoking or use of these products on District 205 property.
We just got an update. In 3 minutes, we're going to get another sideline report from the fantastic Luca DeSanto.
As Johnny Nelson sends his man Jenkins in motion, he's going to roll out to his left. Nothing there, so Nelson's going to have to throw that ball away. No wide receiver in the vicinity of that pass, but that is 4 QB hurries for Mossieri. He's done a great job making Johnny Nelson really feel that pressure in the backfield.
Second down for the Huskies.
What a great atmosphere for this Duke senior night. Stands have emptied out a little bit, but this was a fantastic atmosphere earlier.
Ball handed off here by Nelson to the running back, Kobe Tate. Tate's not able to go anywhere. Kobe Tate mostly used as the power back for this Huskies offense. He's a big kid himself, standing at a 5'8", but 220 pounds, so there's a very big kid to be taken down, especially when you need those short down situations. But there they elected to hand it off to him on 2nd down and 10. Nelson gets the snap here. Unloads this one deep for his receiver. Jenkins not able to come down with it off both hands. That's a little bit out of his reach, but Jeremiah Jenkins can't hold on, so that'll bring it up a 4th down and 9. The punting unit in the leg of Eric Guerriere is coming back out to punt this back to the Dukes.
Almost another huge play from this OPRF offense. That's another little stop-and-go route that the OPRF Huskies have ran a few times tonight. Almost came down with a catch. Would have been a huge play for this Huskies offense.
Guerriere back to punt. He's going to get this one away. Danko to return it. Going to field it off after the bounce. Picture the 35. He's going to reverse field. He's up towards the 50-yard line. Cuts back inside, and he's going to be taken out at the 48-yard line. Great return there from Chris Danko, setting up the Duke's offense in great field position.
With that, we are going to send it down to the fantastic Luca DeSanto for another interview.
1st and 10 for the Dukes on the 49-yard line.
Looks like we had some miscommunication there. We will send it down to him later tonight. So make sure to catch that, especially at the end of the game. We'll be sending it down there for another player interview. We've seen this a lot tonight, but Winton's out at the receiving spot with Bruno Masso in the backfield. Masso going to fake this one. Masso's going to roll out, looking for a receiver. He's going to dump this one off the tight end, Trinanich. Trinidad going to have hit by the face mask, and that's going to be a 15-yard penalty after the gain of 9. So big,
number 8, Luca.
big play there from Trinidad. And with that face mask penalty, that's going to move them up to about the 30-yard line.
Attack was made by number 54.
Great job by Massel staying calm and getting out of the pocket after that defense collapsed on him. Just making a great throw just to dump it off rather than taking a sack. And give the Dukes an opportunity to eventually then draw a penalty on OPRF, and they'll have the ball in a lot better field position now.
Winton after the face mask penalty. He's going to hand this one off to Melian. Melian up towards the 20. He's going to step out of bounds right at the 19-yard line. Zach Robinson was there to push him out. Sean Winton today has completed a pass to 5 different receivers, including Maylander, Danko, Trinanich, Melian, and Kikos. He's done a great job spreading the ball to all of his guys, not just eyeing down one guy here tonight.
And
Jimmy Connors in, as well as Jake Millian, 2 running backs. Connors is in on the right side of the field.
Hand off to Melian. Melian looking to break away, but not able to do so as he's brought down by number 1, Sam Gray. After maybe a gain of 1, it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 3 to go. If the Dukes do not convert, we will most likely see Damian Glotz come out for a field goal. That being definitely in his range. Winton getting his play from the sideline. Giving the adjustments to the line. Winton with the snap, looking to pass this one out to Danko. Danko wide open. He's able to pick up the 1st down, and he's tackled out of bounds at the 10-yard line by number 2, Mikey Valaire. But not before Danko can get them inside the 10-yard line. 3:22 left to go in the 3rd quarter, and the Dukes are pushing for some more points.
Once again, Chris Danko steps up on a big 3rd down for the Duke squad. We've said his name many times tonight. Just another time that Danko has stepped up for this offense.
Winton on 1st and goal. He's going to be rolling out to his right, looking to get to Trinanich. Trinanich makes a great over-the-head catch right there. He's able to get down to the 2-yard line, brought down by Khalil Nichols right before he could get into the end zone. A great stretch and catch there from Luca Trinanich.
It's 2nd and 2 for the Dukes.
Second down and 2 to go. Duke's going to bring in a 2 tight end set with Trinanich and Helm. Most likely going to the running back Melian for a power option. They're going to fake it to him. Looking for Trinanich. He's not there. Winston's going to have to run back out to his left. He's got Danko open, and he's able to make the grab. Great improvisation right there from Sean Winton. Changing fields, and great job by Danko not giving up on the play. He was wide open for another York Dukes touchdown. Score now up 48-13. That's Danko's 2nd total touchdown of the night. As we see Glies now coming out for the PAT.
Winton, another amazing play, staying calm in the pocket. Eventually gets out, makes a perfect throw to Danko. He read that defense perfectly, and that leads to another Dukes touchdown. Looks like Danko's a little shaken up after that previous play, grabbing onto his left hand.
Glad's able to get that one up with some pressure from the Huskies, but it is good extending this Dukes lead to 49-13. 2:01 left to go in this third quarter. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Dukes Varsity Football on York Sports Network.
Your Dukes have the perfect square of 7.
Kickoff there from Glodz. Field at the 30. Great return here by number 15, Matt Winkelhaken. And he is going to take this one the distance. That's going to be the second kick return touchdown of the game. This time by the Huskies and Matt Winkelhaken. What a return right there. The Dukes going for a short kick to try and prevent that. But it doesn't matter as Winkelhaken found a path and he took it all the way to the end zone for the first points of this second half for the Huskies. Once again, erasing that touchdown in mere seconds that the Dukes just had.
Winkelhaken broke free, but can't forget about number 12, Carmelo Weaver, with an amazing block that set up that play. If he didn't make that block, there's no way Winkelhaken scores that touchdown. Outstanding hustle play from your Huskies special teams.
That's one thing we can say good about both teams tonight has been the special teams, mostly the offensive side. But as we've seen 2 kick returns, the blocking has just been phenomenal from both receiving teams here tonight. You can't normally say that about high school football, but these 2 teams do have some special teams players out there. Quarterback takes a snap. He's going to get this one out to his wide receiver, Khalil Nichols, and he's going to be able to pick up the 2-point conversion from the pass from Johnny Nelson. They're going to get that extra point back that they missed earlier. Score 49-21. Still a big deficit of 28 points. 1 minute and 15 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Don't go anywhere, though, to finish up the second half action between the Dukes and the Huskies. You're watching York Dukes Varsity Football here on York Sports Network. Back now off the kick return touchdown by number 15, Matt Winkelhaken. They were able to pick up the 2-point conversion from the connection between Johnny Nelson and Khalil Nichols. Getting the first points of the half for the Huskies. Dukes still lead by 28, 49-21 with 1:50 left to go in the third quarter. Still lots of ball game left to go, but the Huskies are going to really have to make something happen and quick. Out to kick this one off is number 25, Eric Guerriere. We have said his name a lot tonight as he's both the kicker and the punter. Typically you don't see that. Guerriere gonna go for an onside kick here, recovered by the Dukes though.
And the
number 20, Danny Wagner, able to pick that one up and
number 20,
stop that from turning into any trouble.
Senior sets the Dukes up with some good
So
field
now
position.
the York Dukes offense will be stepping out onto the field once
First and 10
again.
for the Dukes at the 42-yard line.
I did see Massel warming up on the sideline, so I would not be surprised if he comes back out. Looks like he will, along with a few other seniors.
Some notable players checking into the game is Josiah Deshbathini, Max Sennett, Finton Helm, Jimmy Connors, and Bruno Mass, all completely new skill positions out there for the Dukes as Jimmy Connors trying to charge his way through the defensive line right there. He's able to pick up 4 yards on the play, second down and 6. Clock continues to tick down here in the third quarter with 1:33 left to go. Don't want to leave anyone out, but I did forget to say Jack Birnbaum. He's also out there at receiver. Duke's getting a completely new look out there in this third quarter. Massel takes a snap, and he's going to take this one himself. He's out to the 50, and he's going to be dragged out at the 45. Great run there from Bruno Massel to pick up the first down and keep these chains moving for the Dukes.
One thing I've noticed about the Dukes is both of their quarterbacks are completely different. I would compare this to the Michigan team last year with Cade McNamara and J.J. McCarthy. J.J. McCarthy able to use his legs a little more like Bruno Massel. Cade McNamara being able to sit back in the pocket and fire. Reminds me a lot of that Michigan team 2 years ago.
It's always good when you can get a mix of both worlds with an arm like Sean Winton's and the speed of Bruno Massel. We've seen them both being used tonight. As Massel tries to keep the chains moving after that first down run. Jimmy Connors able to get 2 yards on the run. Second down and 8 now.
Number 34, Jimmy Connors. Tackled by number 99, Jeremiah Williams. That, of course, followed an excellent snap by number 79, Troy Pulowski. Second and 8 for the Dukes. And that ends our third quarter. With your Dukes in the lead.
With the end of this third quarter, the Dukes lead 49-21. Just 1 quarter left to go here on senior night as the Dukes are taking care of business here in Elmhurst. Don't go anywhere to watch this fourth quarter action between the Dukes and the Huskies. You're watching York Dukes Varsity Football here on York Sports Network. Back now for the fourth quarter action between the Dukes and the Huskies. Dukes have a substantial lead of 49-21 as Bruno Massel comes out to lead this Dukes offense on a second down and 8. He's going to keep this one himself as he accelerates quickly up the middle, and he's able to pick up the first down and a little bit more as he's brought down at the 33-yard line for a gain about 8 yards on the play.
In on the offensive line, number 74, Jack Krausfeld.
Another York Dukes senior checking into the game on the offensive line, Jack Krausfeld.
Tackle was made by number 54, Hugh Vanek of the Huskies.
Coach Fitz making it his priority now, with the game well in their hands, to get all those seniors a chance to play here on this senior night. Massel's going to fake this one and get it out to Finton Helm. Helm works it back inside at the 30, makes another great move right there, and he's tackled that down at the 18-yard line. Great job by Finton Helm to make some men miss, and he's able to pick up another first down for the Dukes.
Wow, amazing job by number 11, Josiah, with an outstanding block. Nice little screen pass out to Helm. Josiah makes the block. Helm knows how to run through those blockers, and that'll bring up another first down for this Dukes offense.
Couldn't ask for much of a better offensive explosion here from the Dukes, putting up 49 points in the game, that being the most they've done this year, only 1 point away from a 50 bomb. With the handoff here to Connors, as Connors is able to work his way right up near the first down marker, just shy at the 12-yard line.
Jimmy Connors handling most of the carries in this second half. He's doing a great job. He's a fantastic third down back. Just had an update from our stats guy. Ryan Bird actually has 36 yards, or not Ryan Bird, Jimmy Connors has 36 yards on the night. Fantastic stats out of a third down back. Also remember, he is a linebacker.
Second down now for the Dukes after the run by Jimmy Connors. This is going to be a quick dump out to Finton Helm, the tight end. He's going to break inside and push his way into the end zone. Finton Helm, touchdown grab. First passing touchdown of the year for Bruno Massel. 55-21 our score with 10 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. They were really feeding Finton Helm here on this possession, and he's able to work his way into the end zone.
So that was actually the same play that the Dukes ran a few plays ago. Little screen pass out to Helm. It was on the left side, and guess who? Josiah with another fantastic block. Held his block nice and clean. Helm gets in the end zone for another Dukes touchdown.
And with that, the Dukes have dropped their first 50 bomb of the year, 55 points, 56 of Glotz connects on this PAT. Snap is good, kick is good. Per usual, Damian Glotz kicks it through the uprights. 56-21 our score. Not much else you could be hoping for from the Dukes here today. And as we wait for the kickoff, we're going to take a short break here. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Dukes varsity football here on York Sports Network.
Damian Glotz out to send the kickoff for the Dukes. Kick is up and away. It's a little squib. It's going to go out of bounds. That's going to be a flag on the Dukes.
That's going to push this kicking unit back, and there's going to have to be a re-kick. Is what we've seen.
And that kick went out of bounds. It'll be first down for
Don't forget, folks, we will have a post-game interview with the fantastic Luca DeSanto. Not sure who the player is going to be, but we will have an interview coming up soon.
As it looks to be an all-senior team out there on the defensive side of the ball.
49-yard line, excuse me.
Besides number 41, Aiden Lake.
First and 10 for Oak Park River Forest on the 49-yard line.
The Dukes out there on the defensive side of the ball is number 22, Jonathan Salza, 24, Alex Lopez, number 42, Aiden Belize, 41, Aiden Link. We'll get you the rest of those names after this play here as the Huskies come out for another possession. Snapping the handoff here as he is wrapped down by number 39, Michael Grazzini.
32.
Younger brother of Evan Grazzini, who was a huge factor on that York Dukes team last year.
Also in there, Alex Lopez, number 24. He actually plays basketball, or he played basketball for the York Dukes. I have actually played with him a few times. Fantastic athlete, very fast kid. We'll see what he can do in these last few minutes of the second half.
As OPRF has changed the quarterback here, going to Owen Watson, the junior, but this time it's going to be a quick get to by number 22, Javier Rodriguez, the running back. Other York defenders we have not named yet. Number 35, Colin Batelli. Number 80, Luke Shorter. Number 55, Joe Myers. And last but not least, number 31, Charlie Georges. Watson takes a snap. He's going to dump this one off to Jenkins. Jenkins looking to make his way up inside the 30-yard line, tackled right about the 27-yard line, very close to that first down marker. They're going to mark him just short, though, so they'll bring up a second down and about a yard to go.
Owen Watson out there for this OPRF squad. Owen Watson actually had 3 touchdowns last week against Proviso West. He's been playing that role as the starting quarterback since Nelson has been injured for the past few weeks. So it's good for him to get back out there.
Watson to take the snap. He's going to try and get that ball right back to Jenkins on the wide receiver screen, but Jenkins can't hold on to it right there. So third down and short. Now going to be here presenting itself to the Huskies.
Shorter of the Dukes pass was intended for 81, Micah Ryan. It's third down, Duke fans. Let's get loud.
Handoff here by Watson.
Number 32 on the
Number
run,
32, Wade Reb, taking his first handoff of the game, and he's able to pick up the first down right there, moving the chains.
Tackle was made by number 50.
Watson now able to work with a new set of downs with 7 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the game.
Seamus Wicklow in there at left end. Seamus Wicklow also is a participant in the York Marching Band. During halftime, he will go out there and do some performances.
Watson takes this, rolling out to his right. He's going to fire this one deep over the head, though, of Matt Winkelhake. That ball just barely thrown out of bounds. He did have his man open as he was able to beat his cornerback.
In on defense for the
Charlie
Dukes,
Georges.
number 75, Brendan Carrillo.
Winkelhake has played a phenomenal game, though, at wide receiver. It feels like we're saying his name constantly as he is always wide open. It's just been a frustrating night for him as both quarterbacks, Nelson and Watson, have just been barely missing him. He could have 2 more touchdowns than he already does right now. Watson's going to take this one off to Jenkins, and once again, Jenkins can't hold on. That pass, though, behind his receiver. Going to bring up a tough third down and long now from the 26.
Quarterback for the Huskies is number 10, Owen Watson.
Watson the handoff. He's going to shuffle past this up to his receiver, Reb. Able to get about 4 yards, but he is not able to pick up the first down. So now 4th down here for the Huskies. They're going to keep their offense out there.
If Dowdy's around, we can do it. We got to move.
Luke Shorter on the tackle for the Dukes.
Luke Shorter making the tackle there. Another senior for this Dukes team. .6:30 left in the 4th quarter. Watson on a 3rd down, looking to pass. He's going to throw this one way over the head of his intended target, Winkelhake.
Intended for number 15, Matt Winkelhake. Defended by number 31, Charlie
Turnover
Jordan.
on downs there from the miscommunication between quarterback and receiver. So Bruno Mass will come back and try and lead this Dukes team to a victory with 2:23 left to go.
Once again, excellent defense from Charlie Georges, as we've said his name quite a few times tonight. Just excellent coverage, defending one of the dangerous OPRF receivers, and that to end up turning the ball over and gives this Dukes offense a fresh set of downs.
And the snap here, this one going to be a handoff to Fennell. Fennell able to pick up a gain of 4. And I believe checked in at quarterback is the junior Adam Yu. We saw Fennell in a bigger role last year at the running back spot. Look, he's been more of a special teams player so far this year, but he's also a tremendous running back when he gets a chance.
Gain of 4 on the play.
As Moscow, though, is checking in now at running back. Another handoff to Moscow. Moscow working his way up the middle, and he is dragged down at the 35-yard line, but not before he picks up a York Dukes first down.
I had the opportunity last year to announce many sophomores that are in the game right now as juniors. Noah Moscow, who used to be a fantastic receiver, looks like he's converted to running back. Along with Adam Yu, him and Mastel both split snaps last year as the sophomore quarterbacks. Yu can actually run the ball quite a bit, very, very, very well, but he also has a cannon as an arm. Connor Fitzgerald, another receiver out there for the Dukes who hasn't played yet.
Yu hands this one off to Moscow again. Moscow taken down right there by number 57, Marshall Cronin.
Noah Moscow by quarterback.
Pick up of about 1 yard right there. Clock now under the 5-minute mark. Clock now under the 15-minute mark.
In on the line for the Dukes, number 56, Jack Rudetnik. And number 66, Eddie Arnett.
With that run, now brings up a 2nd down and 9 here for the Dukes. Once again, Moscow in the backfield. Yu's going to give it right back to him. Moscow working his way up for a couple of yards before being tackled down at the 41, making this a much more manageable 3rd down and short. Just 4 yards to gain.
Matthew Persad.
Looks like to be a whole offensive line change here for the Dukes. 5 new guys come out there. You don't see that too often in football, but rare sight to see here for the York Dukes as they lead 56-21 with 3:50 left to go.
This is a side of the Dukes offense that we haven't seen much of this year, so I'm very interested to see how they will perform.
Yu takes this one, fakes the handoff, gets this one out to Jack Lawton, and Jack Lawton is running down the sideline. He cuts back in. The senior tight end is working his way up inside the 20-yard line. Great play there from Jack Lawton, able to make a huge run after the grab, able to pick up 50 yards for the Dukes, tackled down at the 15-yard line.
Great job by Jack Lawton to taking the reception. Used his blockers perfectly, got some positive yardage, and their Dukes are going to have great field position. Number 37, Jesse Ryburn, has checked in for the Dukes. Jesse plays quarterback and tight end. We'll see what he's playing here.
Jack Lawton, also a member of the York Dukes baseball team that finished 4th in state. So he was on 2 Final Four teams last year for the Dukes with football and basketball. He's a great athlete, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him more on the field after that big play. This is going to be a handoff to Moskal, though. Pick up a 4 yards on the play. 2nd down and 6
tackle made by number 57
for this offense.
Cronin. Blocking for the Dukes.
This Duke squad does have a lot of depth when it comes to the quarterback position. I mean, you have Sean Wynn, the all-star quarterback, with Bruno Massels, the backup, who's made some huge plays tonight, as well as Adam Yu as your 3rd-string quarterback. That's a lot of depth for a football team.
You can never have too much depth at the quarterback position because you never know when an injury might present itself. But you always want to make sure you have some people behind your starting guy that will be able to fill the role. And this Dukes team is just lucky that they have that kind of depth behind Sean Winton. As Yu's going to hand this one off to his running back, that number 96, Hunter Aquino, but there's going to be a fumble on the field, and that's going to be picked up by the Huskies. That's going to be a turnover from the Dukes as Hunter Aquino checked into the game and fumbles the football away. And now the Huskies, with 2 minutes and 1 second left to go, will get a final possession here. We'll see if Owen Watson can lead this Huskies offense to any points here before the end of the game.
Number 27, Teddy Dowdy, will check in at the linebacker position. Actually looks like he will be playing
number 75,
corner.
Brendan Carrillo.
Yes, he'll be playing cornerback.
Whose name is not on my list.
New fresh set faces in for the Dukes right now.
As Watson's going to take the snap. He's going to keep this one himself. He's got plenty of room up the sideline, and he's going to get a gain of 15 yards as he steps out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Quarterback keeper. Pushed out of bounds by number 27, Teddy Dowdy.
Teddy Dowdy on the tackle on the play, pushing him out of bounds.
And for the Dukes is number 43, Charlie Tully. 65, Nick Bresnahan.
Watson after the 1st down run. This time he's going to hand it off to his running back. And he's going to be picking up 15 of his own, tackled right around the 50-yard line. That being number 32, Wade Rebb. He's done a great job running the football when he's gotten his chances.
Everyone be sure to stay tuned. We have an interview lined up. The outstanding Luca DeSanto will be meeting with Luke Maylander and Chris Danko, 2 of the big receivers for this Dukes offense. So make sure to stay tuned and watch that after this game is over.
Watson going to fake the handoff to Rebb. He's going to run out to the right near the sideline. He's going to be taken down right there by number 35, Colin Batelli, making his first tackle on the season after the pickup from Watson of a gain of 6.
2nd down.
And with this clock winding down here, Christian, what did the Dukes do well in this game? I mean, obviously they put points up on the scoreboard, but what else really led to this big victory over the Huskies?
I mean, I think a big part of it, something that goes unseen in football games, special teams. I mean, special teams is so dominant tonight, whether it was the kick returns on both sides, but guys like Adam Fennell, they're hard-nosed guys that want to get in there and make big plays. And as well as the defense, I mean, Ostendorf pressuring the quarterback. Delanus led the team in tackles throughout most of the game. I mean, those are guys that stepped up really big for this Dukes team tonight when they needed it. And they just got the job done anytime they needed a big play on third or 4th down. On offense, you know, Danko, Maylander, even Sharmanich stepped up. It's all about, if you want a winning football team, you got to have guys who stepped up, and that's what got it done for the Dukes tonight.
And Watson's going to take this ball out past the 35-yard line for a 1st down. 40 seconds left to go. But I totally agree, Christian. When you have multiple guys, that kind of depth that this Dukes team has, where you can go out and trust those guys that aren't typically named You know, they go out there and make big plays like Chernich did tonight, like Finton Helm did tonight, like Nick Delanus did tonight, stepping in for Evan Gaughan. I mean, you get when your better linebackers out, and then the guy that's supposed to be filling in for him leads the team in tackles. That's huge. This is a deep shot thrown there by Watson, but dropped by number 12, Carmelo Weaver. And that's really been the story for this offense tonight, just missed throws. They've had guys open deep, and there's just been a couple throws that could have led to touchdowns, but instead were drops or overthrown passes that just caused this team to go 3 and out and punt the football back to the Dukes.
You look back at this game, I mean, the quarterbacks, both of them, have made a few really good throws that should have turned into touchdowns, but the receivers have been liabilities at times in this game.
As Watson's going to call this snap here, and he's going to get it out to his wide receiver. This being number 30, Matt Mager, as he's going to get into the end zone for the Huskies with 4 seconds left to go in this game. Great find there from Watson, getting it to his guy, and just what a play by Matt Mager as he is able to turn on the Jets, bust his way up the sideline, and no one touched him. That just being some free points there. Probably should not have been let up, but 56-28, this game was over regardless of that touchdown, and 3 seconds now just stopping the inevitable from happening as we once again see the kicker, Eric Guerriere, to kick this extra point. That one through the uprights, 56-28, 3 seconds left, so we're going to kick off in a kneel here, and that will be game. Make sure you don't go anywhere after that. After the conclusion of this game, we're going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Luca DeSanto.
Sounds like we may have had another miscommunication. Looks like we are not going to be able to go down to the sideline tonight. Hopefully in the future, we will be able to get a post-game interview with some of the players that have stood out throughout the game. But as this one wraps up to a close, TJ, who are the few guys on this team that you think have stepped up, besides the ones I've listed, who are the guys that you've noticed throughout this game?
Well, I mean, Bruno Massel has to be one of those guys you have to mention. You know, you're not expecting your backup quarterback to be coming into the games and just making it seem like you're not even missing your starting guy, but he does that week in and week out. We've seen a lot of blowouts so far this year from the Dukes offense. Those stars have really been putting it to him. But once Massel comes in the game, he's still leading the Dukes offense, getting down the field and scoring touchdowns. I mean, last week he had 2 rushing touchdowns. This week he had a rushing touchdown. He really uses his legs to his advantage, and with that kind of speed, and he's very shifty also, it really works out when you can mix him into the offense as like a gadget quarterback where you can get those big rushing plays that he does so often.
Very well said, TJ. I feel like this game has been overall, it hasn't just been a few guys being dominant. I feel like this has been overall a big team win and such a great win to have on a senior night for these players to remember a special day at this field.
Guerriere to kick this one back. Veshabathini and Birnbaum back there, but this is just going to be a squib kick picked up by the Dukes. It's going to be at the 35-yard line, and with 1 second left to go on the clock, they're going to let that clock run out, and the Dukes have won here in Elmhurst. 56-28 our final score here. The senior night victory for the Dukes. Also the first conference game goes in the York Dukes' favor, so they moved to 1-0 in conference, 4-0 on the season. They've just dominated every opponent they've faced this year, and they don't look to slow down anytime soon. This is going to be the end of today's broadcast. We would like to send out special shout-outs to our guys behind the scenes. Zach Silkaitis, Gabe Arriaga, Ryan Brownlee, Shepard Plamann, Henry Borchers, Griffin Hanna, Luca DeSanto, Connor Choi, and Ryan Bird. I've been Tia Silkaitis, and alongside me here tonight has been Christian McQuade. Thank you all for joining. Have a good night, and go Dukes.